The essay writing class. The topic is globalization and the question type is advantages outweigh disadvantages. What are we learning? How to develop the good essay, how to keep your score high, how to keep it very simple and yet very scoring. This is what we are learning in this session now. I will be decoding every word, every sentence so that the writing becomes super easy for you. Many students just do the last minute preparation when it comes to essay writing. They focus on other modules and just ignore the writing for the 11th hour. And this video is for you all. Even at the 11th hour, you can crack the essay writing with the best scores. Let's begin. Understanding the topic and the question first again. Globalization is making people and culture more similar across the globe. Because of globalization, because we are becoming all one now, we can travel anywhere to the world. So because of that, people and the culture is becoming very similar. So there is an exchange of culture, there is an exchange of our traditions, and we are becoming very similar. So what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages? And do you consider the advantages are more than the disadvantages? The outweigh word means exceed. So do you think the advantages are exceeding rather than its disadvantages? Or you can say that it's the vice versa in my view. According to me, the disadvantages are more in comparison to the advantages. How many paragraphs are we writing here, students? We are making it a 5-para essay. What is the role of introduction paragraph? We rewrite the topic and we explain that what do I feel, whether I consider the advantages to be outweighing or is it the vice versa. In the first paragraph, after completing the introduction, in the first paragraph we are speaking about the benefits. In what way? We will give a reason, we will give a reason, we will explain the reason, we will support with an example to the reason, and then we will conclude this saying that this is the benefit we are deriving with the reason what I have provided in the paragraph. The second paragraph is also speaking about another advantage. What we are doing in the second line? We explain it. We explain it. Then we continue with the further explanation. Then we are showing the impact of it. So this should be the presentation for your writing. This should be the layout for your writing. And we are also supporting with another additional point in the same paragraph with the transition word also. The third paragraph is speaking about the contradiction. So we have used the word however. We are saying in the introduction line itself that it has some drawbacks also. Now we are describing one serious drawback, which is the decline of local culture. What is the continuation? Explain it. Go with the further explanation and then give another reason, another disadvantage. What it is? It is affecting the local jobs. And what is the impact? That is what we write it here. In the concluding paragraph, it is always with the standard word in conclusion. Then you rewrite the first part of the introduction paragraph where you have stated that there are advantages and disadvantages. So that is what you have paraphrased again here. You try to bring the advantages and disadvantages again in the second line, again with a paraphrased expression. Don't add anything new in the conclusion paragraph. That is very, very inappropriate. And then you say that according to me, the advantages are more than the drawbacks. So this is the way the complete essay is taken. Now let's understand each and every paragraph. The topic is globalization is making people and culture more similar across the world. So the sentence begins, globalization is, comma, indeed, comma. Now this is an emphasizing word. Indeed is an emphasizing word which accelerates your tone. And the double comma rule helps you in getting the grammar score. You can also start the sentence like, indeed, comma, globalization is, and you continue. Both the ways are fine, but I appreciate double comma usage more. Making people and cultures more related across the globe. We are more related, we are more similar. Now, after rewriting the topic, it is the continuation. As it presents several benefits, presence is offers, which means gives. Don't use the word gives, use the word presence. Present similar offers, several offer benefits. It also has some negative effects. So there are some negative drawbacks also. However, the advantages are stronger than the disadvantages. So this is the way my first paragraph is completed. Every time you sit, you should learn something from a session. What did you learn? You have understood the usage of the emphasizing word indeed. Either you put it in the initial part of the sentence, or maybe you take after the subject and the helping verb. That is the first thing. For the word similar, we have taken the word related. We also can take the word alike. So what are we learning now? We are understanding a bit of vocabulary. We have the sentence starting with as. As is showing the scenario. It is explaining. Now, instead of using the common word gives, we have learnt a good word to use, which is presence. Presence. Or you can go with the word offers. Or you can also go with the word provides. Different good words. Several benefits. Don't just say benefit, students. This is not a good word. There should always be a noun which is preceded by an adjective. So it is an adjective plus a noun. So it can be many benefits, or it can be several benefits. You can also go with the common word numerous benefits. So these are all the collocations for the word benefits. Continuing, as we have started with the word as, a comma after the clause is very, very important. Take care of this minor things. A comma after the clause. Now because you are continuing, you use the coherence word also. Also a small word, but a magic word of IELTS. Now, instead of saying effects, what are effects? Effects are the outcomes. What have we done? We have used again two adjectives here. So it is some. Don't again say many in the continuation. I repeat, don't again say many in the continuation, nor use the word few. These are just not appropriate. It is some. So stick to only this word. And it is how some? It is some negative effects. Learn the words. However, the advantages are stronger. After giving an opinion, now you are just coming up with a slight contradiction, saying that though there are advantages and disadvantages, I consider advantages are to be more. So the correct transition word again here is however. You can use again the word yet. You can go with the simple word but. All are fine. Advantages are stronger. Use the comparative degree stronger. Don't say strong. Say strong. This is always a comparison between the advantages and the disadvantages. So always show that comparison with the word er to the adjective. Thereby our introduction paragraph is completed. We have learned the vocabulary, we have understood how to write. Now we go to body paragraph 1. One possible benefit of globalization. Now again, as I said, don't just say one benefit. Put it with again an adjective there. So it is, this cannot be appreciated. One benefit, no. Or the benefit, no. So it is one possible benefit. Possible benefit. Or you say one clear benefit. One clear benefit of globalization. Do repeat the topic again. Do repeat the topic over and over again. Okay. Is cultural benefit exchange. Now after giving the reason, it is explaining the topic. So people can now enjoy. People can now. Can is showing the possibility. We have made a video on the model verbs. So use the correct model verbs. Don't say people are now enjoying or people now enjoy. It is the possibility. This is the happening. This might happen. That is what you are saying. So the correct model verb should be can. People can now enjoy. Don't use nowadays again. So I write here nowadays, not to be used. People can now enjoy different foods, movies and fashions that were once limited to certain regions. Whenever you are speaking about one view, please try to present the other view, the opposite view, so that you get a lot of marks in coherence part of your writing. Then, after giving the nice explanation with speaking about the opposite, the following line is speaking about the example. For example, Indian food is widely enjoyed in Western countries, while you are making a comparison. While Hollywood movies like the Marvel series. Now this is the name of the series. So a proper noun requires a capital letter. So is for the word Indian. Marvel series have global fans. What is the output of this? This makes life more interesting and helps people learn about different traditions. So a very nicely built paragraph. Let us understand the layout of the paragraph one more time. It is supported with a reason. It is going with an explanation, then took over with an example, and then the impact of it. A correct 7 band plus writing. Now, moving on to the next paragraph. Another advantage, don't say other. Other is completely opposite. Another is continuation of the first one. So it is always another advantage is. Now here you need not to take the subject of the essay again, like I was insisting here. Please repeat the subject. Here you need not to, because the moment you said another, it implies that the earlier one is stated earlier. So it is just the transition word, which is another advantage is, and you start with the reason where it is in the business sector. Now what are you doing? After giving the reason, you are explaining it using the conditional sentences like if or when are very important again. They again pull your score. So when companies expand internationally, a comma again after a clause, they bring new ideas and compete to provide better products. So business is growing. There is a lot of competition happening. What is the result of this? This competition reduces prices and encourages innovation. We are going with further explanation, and then we say as a result, because of this, what is happening now? Consumers gain more choices and businesses grow faster. Comparative degree again. For many developing countries, this also creates opportunities for trade and investment. So this is another point. So how is the layout of this particular paragraph? It is with the reason, following the explanation, going on with further explanation, then showing the impact of it, and then coming up with reason 2. You should remember this pattern, the layout more, along with the words which are shown in the essay here. Now, the third paragraph. However, globalization also has drawbacks. Instead of starting directly, the other drawback is, this is the good way to start. You are introducing what are you going to write. Earlier you spoke about advantages. So now here you are starting about the disadvantages. Now learn from the same video. In case you are writing your own essay which is about disadvantages, then you can follow the same line. So it is, however, you bring the topic of the essay and you say also has drawbacks. So this is what you learn from the class. Right. Moving on. The most serious is the decline of local culture. So what is the most serious one? The decline of local culture. Many young people now prefer Western clothing such as jeans instead of traditional attire like saris or kurta, which are worn only during festivals. Over time, unique traditions may disappear. In addition, globalization can affect local jobs as companies sometimes employ foreign workers rather than local citizens. Or you just say citizens. Citizens implies that they are the localites. What have we done today, or what have we done in this particular paragraph again? Right. We started with the reason, that is the decline of local culture. Then we went with the explanation part of it. In the same line, we have continued with the example. With the usage of the word such as. Then we have come up with further explanation. Then we went to reason 2, which is saying that it affects the local jobs, and again in this reason we have continued the sentence with the impact of it, saying that because of this, and we have used the continuation of the sentence as. So this is the way you write your paragraphs. Now the conclusion paragraph. In conclusion, globalization has both positive and negative impacts. We have rephrased the line which we have taken in the introduction paragraph. Globalization has both positive and negative impacts. So here we are paraphrasing the same opinion. Paraphrasing the same sentence which we have taken in the introduction part. It improves access to culture, products and opportunities. Opportunities are getting more jobs, but it also threatens local customs and employments. But it also threatens is develops a danger. Now the last part, you are giving a suggestion. On balance, I believe the benefits outweigh the drawbacks, but countries should take care to protect their cultural identity while embracing globalization. Embracing is accepting, following. What did you do here in the conclusion paragraph? Always use the standard word which is in conclusion. This is the safest one. Then you rewrite what you have written in the introduction paragraph, and then come up with a suggestion that it is good that countries focus on their cultural identity because that is our root. So this is the way we write a full-length essay and get a beautiful score again. Now I consider that with the layout, the writing task has become super easy to you all. You can write on the same question and post to us. We will review it. If the classes are liked, do share and subscribe. Let the family grow and grow and grow. We come up with a new session. Until then, happy learning, and this happy learning should lead to your good and happy scores.